Now on CoastTV News.
As of just moments ago, Sea Witch festivities are officially underway in Rehoboth. We have all you need to know before you go. And it's the end of trade negotiations, what developed overnight, and the accusations that got us here.
That's a patchy frost this morning. Temperatures made it down to 34 in Salisbury. A beautiful fall day is upon us, and I'm tracking a cool, dry weekend ahead.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. Today is Friday, October 24th. I'm Grace Eckerly and welcome to CoastTV News Midday. We're starting off today by taking a live look into Rehoboth. Some people enjoying this beautiful weather we're having on our coast, taking a nice stroll on the boardwalk. We're joined now by First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono for a look at our forecast. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Grace. Yes, it is a beautiful morning out there after quite a cold start. We had temperatures dip in the mid-30s. We had some patchy frost this morning away from the coast. We're at 56 right now in Rehoboth. Bright blue skies. We're at 55 in Long Neck, 56 Milford, 56 in Georgetown, and we're at 58 in Salisbury. We're seeing clear skies across the area. A few clouds all through western portions of West Virginia as well as Pennsylvania. A few of those may stream into our area later on this afternoon. But high pressure is really going to be our friend through the day and into the weekend. Temperatures only topping out around the 60-degree mark this afternoon. We could be a degree or two higher in some locations. We'll fall to 52 by around 7, and another cold, frosty night is on tap, and that's the way we'll start our weekend. Partly cloudy skies. We'll see a bit more in the way of clouds in the day on Sunday, but overall, a beautiful weekend ahead. I am tracking the threat of, unfortunately, another coastal storm down the road. We'll talk about that coming up in the full forecast. Grace.
Thanks, Chris. A whole lot of activities to look forward as Sea Witch kicks off today. According to organizers, the Scarecrow Trail is now open. People can go there and vote on their favorite scarecrow. A historical tour is beginning now. Visitors can learn more about the nation's summer capital at Rehoboth Beach. And at noon, it's the Indoor Artisan and Vendor Show at the Chamber of Commerce. And you can hear live music at 6:30 by the 19th Street Band that takes the stage at the bandstand. Delaware's new paid leave program is moving forward, and the state's Department of Labor has launched new online resources to help get the state ready for the program that launches in 2026. The site includes guides, videos, and FAQs to walk everyone through how it works. And for anyone who wants to learn more, there is a Zoom webinar for employees. That's on Wednesday, November 12th at 5:30. You're looking now at the plans for the new and improved Rehoboth Beach Public Library. As you can see, these are pictures of what a potential new meeting room, a study room, children's collection, and new circulation desk, as well as changes to the outside. The Rehoboth Beach Public Library is now one step closer to getting a big facelift. The city's planning commission has advanced the preliminary site plan for the long-awaited renovation project to a public hearing that's set for today. The proposal is years in the making. Most of that work will be within the current footprint, but does include a 630 square foot addition to the south side near Christian Street. Those plans call for a refreshed facade and new landscaping. People with the library say if the work is approved, it will take place on one side at a time while the other stays open to the public. A promised development along Coastal Highway in Rehoboth Beach is moving forward for more review. City planners are set to take another look at a major subdivision plan to be located along the Forgotten Mile in the city. According to the city, the area is over 7.5 acres, which developers seek to build 33 new lots. The review is taking place today at 1:30 p.m. Delaware State Police say anyone applying for a handgun purchase permit can now schedule fingerprint appointments. Fingerprinting is required under the new permit to purchase law. That takes effect on November 16th, and DSP says applicants should also complete a firearm safety training ahead of when the online application portal next week opens. We're taking a live look now into Washington, where we're hearing that President Trump posted overnight he's ended all trade negotiations with Canada. He says that this is over the government of Ontario's ad featuring former President Reagan saying high tariffs led to retaliation and fierce trade wars. Look now, the president citing a statement from the Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation and Institute accusing Ontario of using selective audio and video that misrepresents the 1987 address without asking for permission to use and edit the remarks. Now, this is the ad in question.
Then the worst happens. Markets shrink and collapse, businesses and industries shut down, and millions of people lose their jobs.
President Trump is accusing Ontario of interfering with a looming Supreme Court case on the legality of his tariffs that he calls very important to national security and the economy. Trump taking to social media this morning to say, quote, Canada cheated and got caught. They fraudulently took a big buy ad saying that Ronald Reagan did not like tariffs when actually he loved tariffs for our country and its national security, end quote. Coming up on CoastTV News Midday, the Rehoboth Beach Police Department is going digital, a new tool aimed at connecting better with people, and we'll show you how it works. That's coming up.
And we have bright blue skies in Lewis. Bit of a breeze there. We're at 56 degrees. Plenty of sunshine through the afternoon as we top out around 60 degrees. And congratulations to Tony Schoolfield, Seaford, Delaware. You're the winner of our CoastTV weather umbrella. Our 7-day forecast is up in minutes.
We've rounded up all the spooky, silly, and festive fun across Delmarva this weekend. It's in your cool things to do coming up next.
Friday is finally here, and Halloween is creeping a little closer from spooky celebrations to something a little less scary. CoastTV's Christina DeRobertis has your cool things to do.
So I think we can all agree the weekend before Halloween, that's basically Halloween, right? Well, at least in Rehoboth Beach it is. The Sea Witch Festival runs all weekend long. The big parade kicks off at 11 a.m. Saturday, but there's a lot more than that. There's a kids zone, live music, scavenger hunts, and more, and CoastTV will be walking in the parade, so say hi to us. Wags, witches, and warlocks will take over Bethany Beach Saturday for a town-wide Halloween festival and parade. That starts at 10 a.m. There's a costume contest for people and for pets. Milton will have a Halloween carnival at Hudson Fields from 1 to 6 p.m. Saturday with food trucks, bounce houses, and music. Also in Milton, Dogfish Head is hosting Punk Day Saturday. So that means pumpkin ale, pumpkin liqueur, and just regular punk. So don't be scared to go heavy on the eyeliner. The Salisbury Zoo has its biggest event of the year this weekend, Halloween happening at the zoo. People of all ages are encouraged to dress up. Kids can trick or treat throughout the zoo. And this is probably the least Halloween-y event, but you can still dress up for the Delaware Renaissance Fair. It only comes around once a year for a few weekends, so it's worth the trip up to Town's End. You can find details about all of these events over on CoastTV.com. All you have to do is click on Cool Things to Do.
Now our beautiful stretch continues here on Delmarva, bright blue skies, and after our cold start, we're going to see a beautiful weekend, but the cooling trend continues over the area. We're at 59 in Ocean View, we're at 55 Lewis, 57 in Milton, and we are at 56 in Bridgeville. Winds are out of the northwest. We'll see some gusts upwards of 20 miles an hour throughout the afternoon, but the wind won't be that big of an issue. We have a newly issued frost advisory for points north across South Jersey, southeastern Pennsylvania. No advisories here on Delmarva, but expecting some patchy frost by early Saturday morning. We're clear. We'll have a few clouds there across western portions of Pennsylvania. A few of those may stream in here through the afternoon, but high pressure back off to our west is sliding eastward and will be dominating our weather through the weekend. 63 degrees in Harrington this afternoon. We'll see a high of 61 Georgetown, 61 in Cambridge, 63 Vienna, 64 Princess Anne, and 63 in Berlin. Heading out to football games tonight. It's going to be a cold evening, so dress warm, jacket, hoodie, blanket, plenty of clear skies. Good thing is the wind won't be much of an issue. We'll fall to 47 through the evening, and overnight we're going to dip back into the lower 30s, and we'll see a few mid to upper 30s come early Saturday morning, so some patchy frost is likely west of Coastal Highway. Few high clouds stream in Saturday, but overall a beautiful day with highs in the upper 50s to lower 60s. As we go into Sunday, more high clouds roll in. but we still stay on the dry side with temperatures hovering around 60 degrees. So we have Sunfest, we have Sea Witch. It's going to be a beautiful weekend all around, 60 today, and we're going to hover right around that 59-degree mark. Mostly cloudy skies into the day on Sunday. Now, rain chances hold off until Monday night into really Thursday. It's going to be kind of an unsettled stretch of weather, and it's all depending upon how this system develops late Monday into Tuesday. We'll see an area of low pressure develop over the Carolinas off the coast. That system pushes northeast, and we could be dealing with another scenario, unfortunately, another coastal low. Strong east winds, a lot of push of water, some beach erosion, rain and wind potentially in the middle part of next week. So I have to keep a close eye on that. And the good news is it looks like it does clear out in time for the trick-or-treaters on Halloween. We have Tropical Storm Melissa still in the Caribbean Sea here. Check this out, east-southeast at 2 miles an hour, barely moving, but the National Hurricane Center expecting this system to slowly drift eastward and become a major hurricane into early next week. You can see it doesn't make that much movement through the weekend, but then eventually expecting to make that curve to the north-northeast. Tremendous amounts of impacts to Jamaica and then eventually Cuba, and then eventually it's going to curve out eventually over the Atlantic again and then push out to the sea as we go into next week. But we'll have to keep a close eye on that. We'll have our own storm here to deal with early next week, and into the middle part of the week we're going to be dealing with some rain. It looks like Tuesday through Thursday with temperatures holding in the mid to upper 50s. Grace.
Thanks, Chris. And coming up tonight on DSN at 5, it's Down and Distance at 5:30. Tune in for the high school football pregame show, Scoops and Scores. Then at 6, live Bayside Conference football when Decatur hosts Kent Island. At 9:30, 1CW Pro Wrestling. At 10:30, Nittany Game Week. And at 11, it's the final score. Along with that Decatur game, here's what you can expect on DSN+. At 6 p.m., NCAA Women's Volleyball when Maryland's Eastern Shore hosts South Carolina State. Also at 6 p.m., more Bayside football when Cambridge South Dorchester takes on Washington. And at 7, Sussex Central hosts Cesar Rodney.
Happy Friday, Coastal Delmarva, and not just any Friday. Today kicks off Sea Witch Festival in Rehoboth Beach. You also have Sunfest going on in Ocean City, and guess what? We're celebrating all of it today. We're going to be talking about some of your Halloween favorites. We're going to be talking about some ghost tours. All of that and so much more is happening today at 4 in costume and out and about on Coast Life. We'll see you then.
New information from Delaware State Police today after a truck crashed into Beshi Furniture. That's on Lewis-Georgetown Highway. Happened Thursday around noon. You can see the pictures here on your screen now. Police say a Ford F-150 was traveling west on Lewis-Georgetown Highway near Gravel Hill Road when the driver lost control and drove off the road. The agency tells us the driver, who is a 56-year-old man from Laurel, was treated by EMS for minor scratches. Troopers say he got a ticket for inattentive driving. Luckily, no other injuries were reported. The Rehoboth Beach Police Department has introduced a new online tool to strengthen communication with people who live and visit the city. The department's new Frontline Community Policing Connect portal is now live. You can see it here on your screen. The site offers several services that promote public safety, like Vacation Watch and managing your bike in case it gets stolen. Starbucks baristas are brewing up more than just coffee. Why workers across the country are now voting on whether to strike. That's next on CoastTV News Midday. Starbucks Workers United is moving on a strike authorization vote today amid stalled contract negotiations. The union represents over 12,000 workers across more than 650 stores. The union says it is pushing to secure a contract that addresses 3 key issues. 1, better hours to improve staffing. 2, higher take-home pay. And 3, a resolution for hundreds of outstanding unfair labor unpractice charges. As many as 70 rallies are planned in 60 cities across the country. A local giveaway is helping families get ready for the cold winter, and kids could go home with a brand new coat this weekend. Tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., families can stop by the Lewis Library for free winter coats for kids, thanks to a partnership with Operation Warm. Organizers say the event is open to everyone there and no registration is required, and coats will be handed out while supplies last.
It is a beautiful Friday on Delmarva as we take a live look into Laurel. 57 degrees, plenty of sunshine through the afternoon. Only going to top out in the low 60s this afternoon. You get your latest forecast, as always, by dialing the First Alert Weather Phone. Your 10-day forecast right after the break.
Tonight in Toronto, it's Game 1 of the World Series, and I'm sorry, Chris, but it's not your Phillies, but check this out. I believe this is what they call homegrown talent here. Cape Henlopen High School product Mason Fluharty continues his rookie season as a relief pitcher for the Blue Jays. That game taking place sometime tonight after 8 p.m.
Certainly wishing Mason all the best. Won't be rooting for the Dodgers, I can tell you that. Sorry, I can't do it. After they took out my Phillies, you know what I mean? Still hurts April. As you know, we're looking at beautiful conditions across the area. Temperatures today only getting to around the low 60s. And if you're heading out to Sunfest, we have a lot of big events going on this weekend. Looking very nice in Ocean City. A little breezy today. You'll see those winds gusting upwards of 20 miles an hour. But overall, the winds subside through the weekend. Northerly winds and temperatures right around 60 degrees. We'll see a bit more in the way of clouds there on Sunday as we take a look at your 10-day forecast. Mostly cloudy skies into Monday, and then we're watching the threat of another coastal system impacting the region as we go into the middle part of the week, and then we dry things out just in time for Halloween with a temperature of 60 degrees.
Well, it sounds like some nice weather tomorrow, and if you're at Sea Witch Festival, Chris and I will be there along with the rest of the Coast TV News team under some nice coastal sunshine, right?
Oh yeah, looking very nice tomorrow.
Sounds nice. Well, thank you for joining us here on Coast TV News Midday. If you'd like more local news or weather, you can download our Coast TV News app, and don't forget to join us back here for Coast TV News at 5. That's just later this afternoon, and until then, have a great day.